Good morning and welcome to this weekend's Brunch Club, where we toast to all the amazing, diversely faceted women out there, filling your cup with inspiration and encouragement as our guests share their personal stories, experiences with careers, family, parenting, equality, mentoring, and advice. The Brunch Club is where we raise a glass and champion female talent and leadership everywhere, and where sparkling is always encouraged. Now, here is your host, Rachel Swoboda.
Hi, I'm Rachel Swoboda. Welcome to this edition of the Brunch Club. I am here today with a woman that I really admire, and her name is Nancy, and she is the founder of Carbonadi vodka. And I've got to tell you, if you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. It is by far the best vodka I've ever had. But with that, I'm going to turn it over to Nancy, let you introduce yourself, and tell everybody a little bit about, who you are.
Carbonadi and the story.
Yes.
So, hi, my name is Nancy. I'm the co-founder of Carbonadi Vodka. We launched this about 3 years ago onto the market. There's been a lot of love put into this. We searched wide and far to actually create the best vodka in the world. What we wanted to do was elevate the vodka category, because when you look at the wines and the champagnes and the gins and the cognacs and the scotches and the whiskeys, everybody is drinking better. The only category that has been untouched since Grey Goose elevated it in 1997 has been vodka.
Wow.
Vodka is the only thing that's been left untouched. There's been other brands that came out, but if you really think about it, now we're at Tito's, which has not the same quality.
Yeah, they've gone the other direction.
They've gone the other direction.
Yeah.
And Tito's did a great job. They've been around for 20 years, which people don't know. But when they hit really big, and they did a great job marketing, and they're on for a nice ride. They're actually, I think, probably the biggest spirits brand in the world right now. So you got to give them praise for what they've done. But what they haven't done is elevate the vodka market.
Yes.
And that is a niche that we've decided to go into and develop, because when people are drinking better in general and they have a different lifestyle, we wanted to match up to their lifestyle, even with vodka. And so with that, we created Carbonati.
Well, I also thought it was interesting the way that vodka, to me, has always been presented as a mixing liquor.
Yes.
It's never, or spirit,
Yes.
right? It's not one of those things that, like a scotch or a
Yes.
whiskey, that you're supposed to sip.
Yes.
Where I think your guys' approach has been more in that direction as well.
Yes. So when you think about an elevated liquor, elevated spirit, you don't want to mix it. You want to taste the flavors of the liquid itself, because it should be pristine and such high quality that you don't need to cover it up. And so to give you a little background on the story,
Yeah, please.
we actually tasted vodkas from around the world, and we kept coming back to this one vodka, and that was an Italian vodka. And so we started doing a little bit more digging and started researching, and Italy is known for the quality of agriculture. And so what we were tasting was the quality and the levels of agriculture that's pretty much organic, non-GMO, you name it, it hits all the bells and whistles. And then on top of that, the liquid is distilled 5 times using the Alps water. So it's as clean as it gets. That's the base of what we start with. But to elevate the brand, we actually wanted it still had that burn.
Okay, yeah, I'm familiar.
Yeah. And so what we wanted to do is actually get that and soften it to a point where you could sip it.
And is that why the 5 times through?
That was before. So that's just the distilling process that helps it keep it clean, and that's what lands it to somewhat of a level of smoothness. But there are a lot of brands that'll say the distilling process helps with that. Others say they don't. So it's kind of a very subjective matter. But what we did was we used micro-oxygenation. That's
Micro
oxygenation.
oxygenation. Okay, I've never heard of that. What is that?
It's a typical technique within winemakers to age wine.
Oh, okay.
But what that does to our liquid, even though it essentially ages the wine, we like to show what it does. And what it does is when you have the liquid and you pour it out, it gives it more viscosity.
Oh,
So I'll pour it here.
okay.
And so if you swirl it, it will have the legs of a wine.
Oh.
The viscosity is a little bit of texture and thickness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
you
I don't
really
know.
see
you
the
can
legs of
see that it does swirl like a
it's
thicker
really,
wine.
It's a lot thicker, whereas other vodkas is just like water.
Yes.
So what that allows it to do is instead of poking and burning your tongue, it actually coats your mouth and it goes down like silk.
Okay, well, with all of those descriptions, I think I should try it.
Before you try it,
Okay.
we actually filter it
Okay.
through 3,000 carats of carbonados, which is where it gets its name, Carbonadi.
Oh, okay, okay.
And carbonados are black diamonds.
They're black diamonds.
Yeah.
Okay, you elevated everything about this.
We have to make it luxe.
Very, very high end.
Yes.
This is, I mean, everything from start to finish.
Yes.
The way that this has been designed has been really like an elite experience.
It is. So what the carbonados do is they're microporous, so it extracts impurities that are left remaining during the regular conventional filtration process. So we added a step. On top of that, what we notice is when you smell it, it doesn't have that smell anymore. It actually has a nice fragrance to it. That's what the black diamonds do. So it's a nice added benefit.
My goodness.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. It smells really good.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers. Wow. Okay. It does not taste like a normal vodka at all.
No.
You would not get this experience with any of the competitors in the field. This is like, it's like a really beautiful wine.
It does. It's sweet on its own because we use a sweet winter wheat.
Okay.
And then what I've heard is it keeps the flavors of Italy in there. And so in the mid palate, you'll get a little bit of like dry mint, a little bit of bay herbs, and then also a little bit of anise.
So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about Nancy, not only her business and her amazing Carbonani vodka, but I also want to talk about just all of you. I mean, you're a wife, you're a mother, you're a friend, and I think that's, really rounds out the whole story. So we will be right back. Welcome back. We've been sipping our amazing Carbonati while we've been on break. And as we come back in, I want to actually talk a little bit about Nancy's experience as a business owner and a mother and how she juggles and multitasks like so many of us do. We actually met from a friend, our friend Tracy, who's also another business owner, wife, mother, who's juggling it all. And
Mother of two now.
I know, mother of two. Yes.
She's still working like a fiend.
I get emails from her day and night all the time. She's killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we were at Tracy's baby shower, and you were talking about your daughter, and you were talking about her with like such great love and affection, and you were like so caring and thoughtful. Like I was impressed and inspired because I thought you're so attentive and engaged in like her learning and her care and her well-being.
I love her so much.
So how old is she now?
She's 10 years old.
Okay.
When we had her, we tried for 5 years, and so we actually got to the point where we didn't think we were gonna have kids. So
really?
To me, she's very precious.
5 years?
Yeah.
Did you go through the whole IVF and stuff, or did you?
No, we considered it. I was being pushed to do that quite a bit, but then I think I'm very frail to begin with, and I think with the hormones in me would have probably broke me, and I knew that.
Okay, so you know your own body.
Instinctively.
Yeah.
After having her, I actually had a lot of complications. So
Were you
she's
on bed?
one and done.
Were you on bed rest and everything?
No, so the pregnancy was great.
Oh, okay.
It's the post-pregnancy that was 14 months of recovery.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it was just like one of those things where I was very frail.
Yeah.
They said most likely I wasn't keeping anything, and so 5 years of trying, didn't want to go on the hormonal track because I didn't know physically if I would be able to handle it, and I really felt like I wouldn't.
Yeah.
And so we were done, and then there was a month where I was feeling a little off, and I remember waking up one morning and just thinking, I'll just take a test. Mm-hmm. It's probably going to be negative, but I do feel like it's a little off.
Okay, all right.
I took the test, and I didn't buy the one that says pregnant or not pregnant. It's the ones with the lines.
With the lines, yeah, okay.
But the second line is faint.
Yes.
And I was like, it's never had a line
It's
before.
a maybe? Yeah.
It's a maybe. So my husband is in bed, and I go, do I wake him up if it's a maybe? But I'm not sure if it's really a line.
Yes.
So I kind of poked him. I was like, I think I'm pregnant. And he goes, what do you mean you think you're pregnant? I go, there's a line.
Maybe.
But it's not really a line. And so he goes, well, call your sister-in-law. She has 3 kids. So I called her, and she goes, if it's faint, it's okay. You're pregnant. And so we took another test just in case. And it was another faint line, and it was just like, oh my gosh.
Okay.
But after that week, I scheduled an appointment, and I was pregnant.
Oh my gosh, that is an exciting moment when
Yeah.
you've been trying for 5 years.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So now she's 10.
Now she's 10.
What an amazing gift, and a blessing to have.
I cherish every day. And so the funny thing is, people will say time goes by so fast with kids.
Mm-hmm.
I think because of the situation where I wasn't sure we were going to have kids.
Yeah.
Every day I cherish, and I watch her, and I'm like really in the moment with her every moment. I don't feel like I've lost time, and I don't feel like it's gone fast.
Oh, that's nice. You're appreciating it.
I'm appreciating every step, and I enjoy her for every moment. And I always think, can it get better? But it's pre-puberty, so right now it's getting better all the time. Knock on wood somewhere.
Right? That she's not going to get all teenager-y.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so having a daughter, I have a daughter. She's 9, and
So nice.
So nice.
Yeah.
Do you ever bring her with to work functions or show her that side of your life?
She does. So
How does that work?
I'm part of a organization called Girls Leadership.
Okay.
And that's about empowering the next generation of girls. It's a nonprofit. With that, she's gone to a lot of seminars for kids. They listen to board members of high tech. They listen to entrepreneurs, people who have sold their companies, who have created apps. And it's all about being female and breaking the barriers. And they're teaching the kids how to do so, but it's done on their level.
That's amazing.
So now she's at a point where she'll speak with any adult and she'll be able to converse with them, and she's not shy. One of the things that I've done is I've told people, if you want to have a meeting with me, especially an investor meeting, and it's a holiday, I tell them, well, I could meet with you, but just know I'll have my daughter. And
so you bring her with?
I do.
Oh,
I bring her as much as I can.
That's fantastic.
And I'll have her on on a conference call. I'll ask her to be quiet, and she'll listen in. And after the call is over, she'll kind of put in her 2 cents, and I'll listen to her. I'm not going to listen to what she tells me to do, but I'm listening to her advice.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of it is very, she's very grounded, so she has good advice.
That's spectacular.
Yeah.
I love having that opportunity to start, opening their eyes to, other parts of what's going on, in the community and in business. And I brought my daughter one time to an event. It was an American Advertising Federation gala, and I brought her as my date. And she got to get all dressed up, and she walked the red carpet and did the step and repeat. And then I had to get up on stage and give a speech. Nice. And she said, well, can I give a speech too? Oh. And I said, absolutely, but let's practice. What are you going to say? And she goes, well, I'm going to thank everybody for coming. And I'm going to, she had her like 3 or 4 points that she wanted to make. And she was probably 7 at the time. And
oh my gosh.
Yeah. And ever since she started doing theater and public speaking, and she ran for office at her school. And
oh my gosh.
So I think because we get to expose them to things like conference calls and events and meetings, their education in business is starting really early.
Oh yeah, they're not shy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
It's great. I'd love to take my daughter to one of the organization events that you were talking about, Girls
Leadership.
Leadership.
It's up in the Bay Area. We'll have to take a flight up.
That would be okay, though.
So it's actually really easy. It's easier to get up to the Bay than it is to go up to LA.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. And then I just rent a car. It's right there off the San Jose airport.
Okay.
I had the car for half the day. There's no gas wasted. I return it without even having to fill up. And
wow.
It's an easy trip in, easy trip out.
Oh, I would love to do
luggage.
that with her. Yes. Because, she wants to travel and do more of that. So I think, that'd be really exciting. We did a Girls Inc. Thing at Chapman, and it was like entrepreneurial training for girls 9 to 12.
Yes. I was going to say she's a little young for that.
But she did it.
She did it.
She did it, and she really liked it. And so I'm always looking for more things for her. That would be a good one.
It'll be fun to take a little trip up. Do the little seminar.
We're training little CEOs.
They really are, because the people that are coming to speak, they're super high level. They're either venture capitals or entrepreneurs, or they've had C-level roles.
Okay.
And they're speaking on their terms, but in a manner where kids could understand. And then they actually do an activity, which is kind of like arts and crafts, but it's arts and crafts for what they did for work. For instance, the founder of TaskRabbit, she was there. TaskRabbit is an app, and that app, you put in what your profile, and you say what you want to provide, whether it's services to.
Well, I actually used it. I went to Home Goods. And I bought a mirror that was too big to fit in my car, but I didn't realize it at the time. And so I got it out to the car, and I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So I ended up going on TaskRabbit, and someone came and helped put it in their truck and then drove it home for me.
Did they also hang it up for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
In San Francisco, they actually use it for people standing in line if you don't want to stand in line for events.
That's cool.
Or Ikea has used them quite a bit, because when you buy furniture, they'll put it together
assembly.
For you. Yeah. Ikea actually purchased them.
Smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that founder, she was also on the board of HP. She's an engineer by design. She's African-American, female. She's young. She spoke to them. Oh, she's on the board of Nordstrom's as well.
Oh, I love Nordstrom.
Yeah, so she was talking to the kids, and she was asking them, it's a brick and mortar. Basically, it's a store, but online shopping has encroached into their space. How would you get people back into the stores? And they were just brainstorming with her. And she goes, this is what you do at board meetings.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so she's giving them a taste of what happens in real life. Like, it's not that scary. It's not as big as it is. It's one of those things where when you understand what's being asked, you could be a leader just by being yourself and having knowledge.
I wish someone had told me that when I was 10 years old.
Yeah, well, she started when she was 7.
7?
Yeah.
Did she have a mother in business that helped her or something, or?
Oh no, I mean
Oh, you mean your daughter?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you meant the TaskRabbit lady.
No, she started young too. I think she just started tinkering with things, and eventually she was African American, outside of her norm, liked engineering, and just kept going down the road that she felt was right, and she got there.
She found her niche.
Sold it to Ikea. The craft that they did do during that day, everything is for younger kids, and basically you got a piece of paper. They took Polaroids, so that's your profile picture, right? Like you do on TaskRabbit.
Yes.
Put it on the corner. You put down your name, and then your weight, like what you request per hour.
Oh my God, I love that.
And then you say what task you could provide.
Wow.
And so they did it, 2-dimensionally.
But
instead
still.
of doing it on an app. But yeah.
That's amazing.
What they do. And then they actually go up, and then they explain in front of the whole crowd what they're doing, so they're presenting already. It's
Love
like
it.
a nice pitch.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely putting that on the wish list.
Yeah.
like the next session for sure.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm so honored to hear about how you're mothering your daughter, how you're building this amazing company. And I'm really excited. I know you guys have a lot on the horizon for Carbonadi in the future. And
We do.
I don't know if we're allowed to talk about any of it yet.
Yes.
We are?
We are.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, then you guys like listen close.
I posted it today on social media.
Oh my God. Okay, all right. Well, then tell everybody else who hasn't seen it yet.
So we partner with Virgin Unite, which is a charitable arm of Virgin, the company Virgin. And so what we're doing is we're actually going out to Kenya. We're going to be with the Virgin team and also the founder of Virgin. And we will be learning about the philanthropic arm that they do and all the organizations that they're a part of, as well as helping Kenya become more noticed.
Okay.
To get the help that it needs. And so one of the things that we're doing is we're learning about the primary schools, and we'll probably attend a primary school. We're going to learn about the legal system, which is completely out of whack. So there's a lot of people in jail that don't belong in jail. So we're going to go to the prisons.
Oh my goodness.
We'll talk to other people that are attending. It's a very small group. So outside of our group that's going, there's only 15 other people. And so we'll learn about the organizations they're a part of. Mm-hmm. One of our members is from our team is a founder of AIM, which is youth mental health. So they'll be promoting youth mental health and explaining, what a great need there is to actually support mental health, because right now healthcare supports your physical needs, but not your mental needs. And so we need to refocus, because the kids growing up and even the people today in society, if you look at Skid Row, and all the homelessness and all the things that's happening, mental health needs to be at the forefront. A few years ago, Anthony Bourdain, he committed suicide, Kate Spade. And so
it's all mental, yeah.
And it's been around for so long. It's time that, we do refocus our resources to help not just the body, but also the mind.
Right. Wow. So Carbonati is giving back in global
Always
ways.
Giving back, yeah.
Always giving back.
Yeah. So it's a big part of our heart and our desire is to elevate the vodka. But it's not just about that. It's about if we're able to gain resources by having Carbonati, it's also about giving back the resources.
I love it. I love it. I think you guys are an amazing company, and I love everything that you stand for and your values, your family, your extended family, and how you're helping the world. So thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. I wish you the best in everything.
Thank you.
We'll be following Nancy and the Carbonati team for a long time to come. So thank you. We'll see you on the next episode of the Brunch Club. Bye.
Thanks for stopping by the Brunch Club. It's been our pleasure to share this time with you. We look forward to bringing you more sparkling inspiration next weekend. If you have feedback, topics, or want to nominate someone to be a guest on the show, please reach out to us at rachel@sundaybrunchagency.com. Cheers!
Hello everyone, my name is Christina Webby. Welcome to my studio. I have created a system for my photo shoots to help you get the best outcome from each experience. The first step is the booking and the consultation, then the preparation steps, then the photo shoot itself, and lastly, we have the reveal and order session. First thing is the consultation, which is one of the pillars for the photo shoot. We'll go over all of the steps needed to accomplish the look that you're going for. We'll discuss the theme and the wardrobe. We'll cover all of that in person if possible, and I'll help you plan your photo shoot and prepare to reveal yourself and look your best for the camera. After the consultation, I'll hand you my welcome guide. This guide is very important to prepare you for the experience. It contains a wardrobe guide, a beauty guide, a product guide, also a written section on what to expect. When you're prepared, you'll feel confident. And that confidence comes from within, but it's a process I can help with. The professional hairstylists and makeup artists at the studio are really good at making you look your best version of yourself. 10 days after the photo shoot, you'll come back to the studio for your reveal session. This session is when you see your printed and matted photos on the wall for the first time. This session is where you decide which photos you love and you want to take home. Feeling confident and beautiful isn't something that pops up in front of the camera. The consultation and the preparation, the wardrobe session and the beauty guide, and everything you do prepares you for the experience. This photo shoot will help you own your femininity because it's a very personal experience and it teaches you about yourself. Photo shoots are very important because it reminds you of how beautiful you are. Your beauty is not in your lips or in your arms, it's in the way you look at people. It's in the way you reveal yourself and allow yourself to be viewed and seen with confidence, with power, and with grace. I am inviting you to a personalized photo shoot at the studio with me. It is so much fun. So let's do this.